Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Khalid and this time I will do a brief review of all the material we have learned so far. So far, we have studied 6 materials which include regular and irregular verbs, numbering, cardinal and ordinal numbers, countable and uncountable nouns, parts of speech, and descriptive text. Without further ado, let's get into the first subject, regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are those verbs that follow a predictable pattern when forming their past tense and past participle. They typically add to the base form to create these forms. For example, walk becomes walked in the past tense. Irregular verbs, on the other hand, do not follow the regular add pattern when forming the past tense and past participle. They have unique, often unpredictable forms. For example, go becomes went in the past tense, which is not formed by simply adding add. So, regular verbs have a consistent and regular way of forming past tense and past participle, while irregular verbs have unique irregular forms for these tenses. The next material is numbering. Numbering in English refers to the process of assigning numbers to items or objects in a sequential order. It is a common way to label or organize things, such as pages in a book, chapters in a document, items in a list, or even houses on a street. Numbering helps create a systematic and orderly arrangement for easy reference and identification. Okay, we are moving to the next one, which is cardinal and ordinal numbers. Cardinal numbers are used for counting and answering how many of something. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Ordinal numbers, on the other hand, show the order or position of something in a list or sequence. They are like the first, second, third, and so on. So, cardinal numbers count, while ordinal numbers tell you the position or order of things. Okay, we are moving on. The next one is countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are things you can count individually, like apples or books. You can say 1 apple or 3 books. Uncountable nouns are things you can count individually, like water or music. You can say 1 water or 2 music. They are usually measured or quantified in other ways, like a glass of water or some music. So, countable nouns can be counted, while uncountable nouns can't be counted in the same way. Okay, we are moving to the next part, which is part of speech. There are 8 types of part of speech. The first one is noun. A noun is a word that represents a person, place, thing, or idea. Okay, we are moving to the next. The number 2 is pronoun. A pronoun is a word that is used to replace a noun in a sentence to avoid repeating the noun. The number 3 is a verb. A verb is a part of speech in grammar that represents an action, occurrence, or state of being. Number 4, adjective. An adjective is a part of speech in grammar that describes or modifies a noun or pronoun. Number 5, adverb. An adverb is a word that modifies or describes a verb, adjective, or another adverb. Number 6, preposition. A preposition is a word that typically shows the relationship between other words in a sentence. Number 7, conjunction. A conjunction is a part of speech in grammar that is used to connect words, phrases, or clauses together in a sentence. Number 8, interjection. An interjection is a part of speech used in language to express strong emotions, sudden reactions, or exclamatory statements. We finally reach the last material, which is descriptive text. Descriptive text is a text that describes a particular person, animal, place, or thing. We write a description or descriptive text when we want to make sure the reader is capturing what are we describing. Descriptive text also have a generic structure, which is identification and description. Identification introduces where or who the subject being described is, and description is show the detailed description of subject. It may include the information about the appearance or qualities of. Also, there are language features of descriptive text, which is using simple present tense, using adjectives and adverb, using present passive voice. That's all, folks. Apologize if there are shortcomings in the delivery of this very short material. I'm Khalid, said goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.